I'm ready. You ready?
1, 2, 3, and action!
Hello and welcome to the ASICS house. It is UTMB week, which is one of the best weeks in the world in my opinion. I am Dr Becca Salmon. I'm one of the ASICS ambassadors and I'm here with two incredible trail runners here today. And we're going to be having a discussion all about females in the trail running space, ultra marathons, and what trail running means to us in our mental health. So I won't introduce you guys, I'll let you do that for yourselves. So if you can tell me a little quick sentence about who you are and why you're here.
Hi, so I'm Kaline Osaki. I'm a French runner, part of the elite athlete team of ASICS.
Hi, I'm Chelseay from South Africa, and yeah, not an elite runner, but first time in the Alps, so really enjoying UTMB week.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I personally think you're both extraordinary trail runners, and I'm so privileged to have you both here to talk about this females in the trail running space. I would love to know a bit about what got you into trail running and how you started running in general.
So I began just last year trail running. It's pretty new. I just moved to Chamonix 5 years ago because I am from a novice ski resort in France, and I came here and I just saw everyone running in Chamonix, so I just thought maybe I should try because it's like the norm, social norm here. I just tried the local races in Chamonix, so MCC, Marathon du Mont Blanc, and Trail des Aiguilles Rouges, which are pretty big races already.
I love how you said, I'm just trying the local races, which are some of the biggest ultra marathons in the entire world.
I hated it during the races for sure, and then the next day was, okay, I should try again. And I did 1 year like this, and then I was, okay, I want to really try and prepare myself to trail running, to just see until where I can go.
And look at you now in the ASICS house in Chamonix. And so were you a runner before?
So I was athlete in the novel sports, in alpine skiing and telemark skiing, which is the ancestor discipline of alpine skiing. So I was already running a bit just for warm up and recovery, but not running like
not quite to that extent.
Okay. And actually I hated running. It was something I hated really, so that's pretty weird that I am here now. But I'm still, I don't really like running. I like to be in the mountains and just to play with the terrain. That's why I practice more trail running than marathon running for sure.
I completely understand. I think a lot of people will relate to that as well. It's not necessarily the running, it's the exploring, it's the playground, it's the things you get to see and traveling the world via doing a sport and moving a body as well. So I completely relate to that. But your story is completely different to this, isn't it? So how did you get into running?
I only really started running in January 23.
Wow.
And then also joined a running group, club, just for a bit of that like companionship and friendship and social, and I didn't really have that until, and then found that trail running is just so much better for the mind. For me, it just clears everything. It really takes away just all the noises of outside, and so that's what I wanted to do.
I love that. It's crazy that both of you have been trail running for such a short period of time, but you've both achieved so much. Personally, what were your biggest running achievements that you've had, do you think?
For now, in terms of races, I would say Restonica Trail and 6000D. And the last one, the 6000D, I've done like three weeks ago. It was really awful conditions. It was snowing, very cold, and I was just crying all the ascents because I was so cold and I couldn't move my fingers, and the feelings were so bad. But just the fact of being able to finish the race was really I was proud about, more than winning the race actually. So everyone was congratulating me, but I was saying I just finished the race and it's the best thing.
I think that's what's such a difference though in like road running versus trail running. In road running it's more about times and PBs. When it's trail running it's like I want to survive, I want to finish the race, I just want to have a good time and like get through it. And I love that difference where it's not about performance necessarily, it's about how you feel and your personal achievements, isn't it? And what about you? What was your biggest achievement that you've had in your trail running world?
The 7-way FKT. Oh wow, what an adventure. So I was fortunate enough to win the Fuji Trail competition. When I won the competition with ASICS, I was like, oh, 7-way. It'd been on my, sort of on my books for a little while. And it was meant to be 220 miles from Havering Forest, following the River Severn all the way across and finishing in Bristol. It ended up being 244 miles. But it was so good. It was just the best.
And you did it in an incredible time as well.
109 hours, 59 minutes, 55 seconds? I can't remember the second. Because obviously it meant so much to us, and what I want to show that like somebody can go and do something like that.
It's so incredible that you have both achieved such incredible things in the trail running space, and especially as a woman, I've seen your documentaries and seen you speak about your trail running experience, and you have both inspired me now to be like, I want to sign up for my next race. Even after I doing OCC, I was like, I never want to run an ultra ever again. And then I watched your documentary this morning. I was like, I'm going to sign up for another one. But I think there's a big barrier in the sport is that there aren't women doing ultra marathons. I was looking at the statistics of who were doing the UTMB races this year. With ETC, I think it was 45% women, which is incredible. But as the distance goes up, the percentage of women goes down. So I think for OCC, it was 29%, CCC was 18%, and UTMB, I think it's less than 10% are women. Do you feel like you saw that representation of women when you were trying to get into trail running? And what do you think is the limitations of why we're not seeing women in the space?
There are some natural social barriers. So psychological barriers. The women, they have less confidence in themselves to go into these disciplines. Also, they everyday life barrier because the women, they support much more charges in the house, taking care of the children, taking care of the house, of the husband, and so you have less time to train.
And I think you've hit the nail on the head there. There is the societal norms of we have that less time, but then there are that physical barriers. But then I also think we kind of sometimes put it on ourselves, thinking that we can't achieve that. Why can all these men achieve all these things, but why aren't we doing that? Is that something that society's putting on us, or is that now that we're having this self-fulfilling prophecy? But then at the same time, I believe that if the whole thing of you can't be something you don't see, and it's almost like a chicken and egg situation, isn't it, where we need to see it so we can be it, and it goes round and round. What do you think are the biggest barriers that you've faced personally when coming into the trail running space?
I'm going to say the safety element. So South Africa, you can't run as a woman road or trail. So you don't get that opportunity unless you're part of a running club. And then there is the barriers that come. It's about pace, it's about speed. Are we doing this? And then as you get into it and you might try a run, so you notice that around you're only around men. So I did a race in March, and I looked around and there was no woman around me, and it was going into night, and I was the only woman. There was a pack of men in front, a pack of men behind, and there's nothing against that, but as a woman, there is probably some instilled, just be a little bit wary, and that's, maybe it's just me, but I think a lot of people that I speak to, that's the norm across. But
I think safety is a massive thing, and especially when we're looking at the longer races. So the longest I've ever run for was an 100k race, which took me 11 hours, which luckily it was all in daylight. Something that I have a massive fear over is running in the dark, running at night time, and especially when I would never feel comfortable training alone in the dark. So then how am I going to improve to do a race in the dark if I'm not practicing with my head torch, descending mountains in the dark because I don't feel safe to? Whereas men have that opportunity to, don't they? What kind of things do you think we could do as women to improve this? Is there a way out of this, do you think?
Training with other people, for sure. But it's not our fault, so we shouldn't look for something, it's the society would change. So that's a difficult topic, right?
I think it is changing, and you can see that it's changing by, even if you compare some of the race numbers from I don't know, like some of the big races in the UK, they are changing in terms of the amount of women that sign up. But there is also a difference where I think there's an age, so like the ultra running field is in the UK is a little bit older than us, I'd say. And is that because then there are more people that are going out? And in terms of the safety, it is just finding people. And I know we shouldn't have to be wary, but I send my tracker. So my partner's got my tracker if I go out at night and I'm on my own. But there's lots going on around. I think people are aware of it. I don't think it's such a quiet topic anymore. I think a lot is changing and people are talking about it. We're talking about it.
Yeah, 100%. Numbers are improving and there is a step in the right direction. I think it's important that we just keep this momentum going as well. Is there a female in the trail running space who inspires you or pushes you or makes you motivated to continue in this sport?
Figures like Courtney, it's for sure inspiring because she's not the youngest woman, youngest athlete, but she keeps doing amazing things, just really enjoying. We see that she's having just fun. So I think that's the most important thing 100%. To really transmit, you know. I have a difficult season as I have mononucleosis virus this year, so I'm struggling this year and I'm losing a bit the pleasure. I cannot race as usual, and this reminds me why I am doing this.
Yeah.
Normally I'm here for pleasure and not only for winning. I thought that it was for only winning, but no, I'm doing it's
so much
pleasure.
More. Yeah. And I think you've led into that really well about it's not just the external people who motivate you, it's that internal motivation, which is why I think is why ASICS is such a great brand as well. Their whole sound mind, sound body. It's when it does get tough or when we do feel unmotivated, we remember that we are doing it for our mental health and our physical health as well. And that's why I personally, like, when I was finding it really tough in the race the other day, I was like, you do like this for a reason and you know it's going to be good for you. Or like, you know, those days when you are feeling really low and really sad and you don't want to go for a run, but you know in half an hour you are going to feel better, aren't you? If you had if you had a woman debating getting into trail running, ultra running, what would be your one piece of advice that you would give this girl?
It would be just to try. So from my perspective, I think when people look at trail running and ultra running, they might Google it and see it's UTMB and that's scary for a lot of people, isn't it? But that's not the average runner. That wasn't me. It was just going out and trying and seeing what that felt like and then reaching out to the people. So you'll put a message out on social and see if anybody will come with you. But just try, put on your trainers and just go and give it a go and see what happens. And it doesn't have to be 10 miles, 10K, 100K. It can just be getting outside.
Take your shoes and go outside and just run, walk. Because running is just this play between running and walking. Just go outside, play with the terrain and to have your own moment to feel your body and to learn about your weaknesses, your strength also, and that's why it's really enjoyable.
You speaking about that, I just sit there and go, that's exactly how I feel, and it makes me so happy. Like when you're actually thinking about how much trail running has done for myself, and it's great to hear that it does the same for other people as well. And I love trail running because it's literally you run, walk, stop, eat some more. Oh, it's just like an
Eat a lot.
It's literally like a picnic. I'm like, why would you want to run a road marathon when you could just go on a walk and eat some food and call it a trail run and actually just feel so at home in the mountains? It's amazing. Thank you so much, ladies, for taking the time to talk to me about trail running and women in the sport. I really appreciate it. And like, thank you guys for watching. I really hope that watching this has inspired you in some way to get into trail running. And yes, thank you.
Thank you. That was good.